Tyson Fury has lifted the lid on his rollercoaster battle to overcome mental health problems, alcoholism and drug addiction that kept him out of boxing for more than 2 years, but culminates with his upcoming battle against Deontay Wilder for the world heavyweight title. Fury became the king of the division when he dethroned Wladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf in November 2015, only to surrender his belts amid problems in his private life. Fury ballooned up to 28 before shedding his excess weight and returning to the ring this year. On December 1st, he will look to become a two-time heavyweight champion when he takes on Wilder in Los Angeles. And during a press tour of the US, the 30-year-old has revealed just how serious his problems came during his time out of the sport. "I needed some time off. I'd been boxing since 10, 11 years old up to 27 with no breaks. So I needed time to live a little and enjoy myself, but it just went too far," he told The Breakfast Club. "Anxiety started to come heavily. I always suffered with depression. When I was on top of the world I became more and more depressed until it was like suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. I had everything, money, fame, glory, good looks.I had it all, everything a man would ever want, but yet it didn't mean anything. I wanted to die on a daily basis. Material goods are only good for when things are going right in your life. You can have everything in the world and feel like yes on a daily basis because no one can see inside the mind." A therapist helped him get his life back on track, while 6 months of grueling training, dieting and plenty of sex helped him lose the weight. And earlier this year he returned and secured wins against Sefer, Seferi and Francesco Pianeta. He now faces the mammoth challenge of the unbeaten Wilder.But the Briton is bullish, claiming, "I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Mental health has to be the biggest enemy I've ever fought with. More than any opponent. I really don't know what had me depressed, but I knew I was just spiraling out of control. The only thing I could think of to make it better and go away for a bit was getting drunk, and that just led to problems after problems after problems." He adds, "I look at Deontay Wilder, I don't see some superhero, I just see a man with a pair of boxing gloves on, another bare bum in the shower." Fury also claims it was the bronze bomber who gave him the fuel he needed to shed nearly 10 SD and resume his career. "I saw this little video he made and he said Tyson Fury is finally finished, we'll never see him again, and that was the day I got my running shoes back out. I started a run but I ended up walking because I couldn't run 100 yards, I was that fat. I trained myself back nice and steady." We had a fairy tale story. The heavyweight's problems put strain on his wife, Paris, and their 4 young children, with Fury claiming he would disappear for days on end. "Can you imagine being married to Jack the Lad, the heavyweight champion on the world, the person everybody is talking about, and then it all goes wrong," he said. "He hits the drink, he's out every night until 5 in the morning, sometimes didn't come home for 3 days, I'd go to the shop and end up in New York. From more I was way out of control." The 30-year-old has now come to terms with his problems and is more aware of how and why to deal with any mental health problems. He has since used his popularity to try and spread awareness of the issue, which he still feels is a taboo for many in the UK. "It came to me one night, in the UK it's not really spoken about among high-profile athletes," he claimed. "So I thought, I have a great platform here to spread awareness of mental health, especially in sports, and if the heavyweight champion of the world can suffer from these problems and it's okay for him to come out and talk about it, then that should encourage others to talk about it." He added, "I believe it was a massive test because sometimes in life when everything is going great for you and you don't know good from bad, you need to experience a little rain sometimes so you can enjoy the sunshine again." There seemed little light at the end of the tunnel for Fury when he suffered his first anxiety attack and, unaware of what was happening to him, he panicked. "I thought I was dying, I thought I was having a heart attack, I rushed myself into A&E, I said, look, I think I've been drugged, Someone's trying to kill me, test me, I want a blood test right now, I'm having a heart attack, I think I've had a stroke, he claimed. I was driving home, everything was going right, my wife said the tea was out so I was going home for my tea and it came on while I was in the car. I found myself running down the sidewalk, people beeping their horns. He added, I was calling out to God to forgive me for my sins because I was 100% certain I was going to hit the floor and die. The only thing I could think about was about my kids having no father growing up. Fury has no such concerns now. Instead his attention is on Wilder and, for once, the heavyweight feels he has the support of his countrymen on this side of the Atlantic. It has changed, everybody loves a comeback story, don't they? And this is going to be the biggest comeback in recent times in heavyweight history, he claimed. Whoever wins the December 1st showdown will be in pole position to face Anthony Joshua, who currently holds the WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight titles. AJ and Wilder failed to agree a massive fight earlier this year and Fury has dismissed his compatriot's challenge. He's a big weightlifting bum. If he ever fought Wilder, Wilder would knock him out in the first 4 rounds. The easiest fight in the world for me is AJ, but they will not fight me. They will not fight Wilder, they don't want to fight anyone with a pulse, he said. The two best heavyweights in the world at the moment are me and Wilder. At least we're daring to be great. We want to fight the best of our times. In order for any of them to be considered good in their day they have to beat me. If he can beat me I'll shake his hand and say fair play, but if he can't I'll say I told you so.